Thanks for joining us for the PHNX Suns post-game show. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Lindsay Smith, here with Saul Bookman, Gerald Bourget,
Am I out of
and
breath?
Espo.
Why? I am?
And we're celebrating with Sexy Sacks
That's not even
because
me.
the Phoenix Suns take down the Utah Jazz 117-103.
Little sexy
How
sacks
y'all
and
feeling?
Saul Bookman hard breathing.
What's
What you
happening?
want
Breathing
after a
hard.
win?
Was I breathing hard?
I don't think so.
I don't feel like I was breathing hard at all. That's not me.
I don't know. I don't think it was me. I was talking. Anyway,
Maybe
welcome in,
Gerald was
everybody.
just excited by the dance.
Maybe he was getting all hot and bothered. He was like, ooh.
Also, if you guys
no.
didn't see Saul as he so graciously and beautifully passed the camera, he does have his beard dyed also yellowish, right?
Gold.
Gold.
Gold. You know this gold. I look like
Golden boy in the chat says Saul got that same hot dog Espo got.
Nah, mine's a little bit of a different color, but yeah.
This was a
Different
little
shade.
more yellow. It was like Espo's was like mustard yellow, Saul's is like gold.
Yeah.
But they both have paid up their bet, what they offered up to do in exchange for super chats to be donated to Ryan House. Gerald is also going to pay his up a little later
you
on
got
in the
there?
show. A quad shot
It's a
of
little,
Jack Daniel's
Jack
honey.
Daniel's Tennessee honey. That would be-
35%.
You know you didn't have to buy this because I have a whole liquor cabinet in my office.
Oh, do you really?
I do.
I dropped the ball on that one.
So if you do quad, that's like way over 100%, right?
That's a
Sure,
lot.
Just add it
mathematically,
Is
I think
that how that math works?
Hashtag analytics.
Okay. We already got some super chats at the start of the show that we'll go ahead and just name off because they are for the start of the show. Doug sent us one for the sexy sacks.
together.
Very
Thank
nice.
you. Appreciate you. Brian sent us one and said, time to get Garth drunk.
Yes.
Woo!
Time for me to pay my
Yes. So that'll come up here shortly in the show. We're going to let him ease into it. Then we'll make him take a shot and then we'll test his soberness a few minutes later and just see. We'll just see.
We're going to ask him grammatical questions.
We'll see how this goes.
definitions
We'll
of
ask him
things.
to do like multiplication in his head, see if he can do it. That'd be fantastic. All right, guys, let's start this one off by looking inside the box.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Oh, another beautiful, beautiful box score tonight as your Phoenix Suns win 117-103 over the Utah Asses. Yeah, that's right. I dropped the J because they didn't hit any tonight.
Oh, wow.
15 points off turnovers for the Suns to 3 for the Jazz. 90%, almost 91% free throw shooting for the Suns. The Jazz shot 66.7%, and that sweet bench had 57 points to the Jazz's 23, and that's how you get one hell of a 117-103 victory for your Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I mean, they played a shorthanded Utah Jazz team, obviously, but I think the Jazz did a nice job of mixing things up with that zone, and that really threw the Suns off after their high-scoring first quarter. But at the start of the fourth, the bench played really well. We got high-scoring nights from this high-scoring bench that we've seen over the last couple of games, and that totally turned things around when they got off to that start, and they were able to maintain their distance from there. So they took care of business tonight. It wasn't pretty in the middle quarters especially, but they did what needed to be done.
It's kind of weird. This game was a little weird because it felt like the Suns had total control, and then they let the lead slip away, but it still didn't feel like it didn't feel like OKC when they kind of melted down, or the Kings when they kind of melted down. It was just like they were just missing a lot of wide open shots. Like Terrence Ross, I swear he missed like 18 wide open threes in the corner. So you kind of felt better, like they were getting good shots that just weren't knocking them down. And I mean, it feels like this was total domination from the Suns from beginning to end, despite those little hiccups.
Yeah. I mean, Terrence Ross started like 2 for 9, I think, and then closed 3 for 5. So he caught fire at the right time. TJ Warren, I think he started 0 for 4 and finished 4 for 5. So they really just clicked on when the Suns needed them to, because that bench unit to start the fourth quarter was at a pivotal point in the game with the Jazz kind of whittling away at that lead. And hopefully everybody is okay moving forward heading into Wednesday, because I know we have some potential concerns about, Book and the way he started the game versus the way he finished it.
Yeah, interesting game, though. Suns shoot worse from the field. They shoot 42% to the Jazz's 44%. But they had 101 shots to 86 for the Jazz. I mean, it was just they got more opportunities tonight, and they took advantage of them when they could. In the free throw shooting, Suns still got to the line 5 fewer times than the Jazz, but the Jazz only made 18 of their 27. Suns made 20 of 22, and that was a big reason why the Jazz didn't keep that cut into that lead, and the Suns were able to keep that double-digit lead going. I thought that was a big thing because, again, we had seen them miss some free throws over the last couple of weeks that, made us wonder, was that the new norm or was it just a slump? Appears to be just a slump for them. They've definitely bounced back.
Yeah, because we saw Devin miss free throws too, which was like, that's not Devin's game. And tonight he was 8 of 8 from the charity stripe, which was good to see. But Gerald, you brought up Devin and what he was able to do in the first quarter, comparatively speaking, to the final 3. And we all know that he had some tape on his hand. He had a little bit on his hand in the previous game as well. I don't know, was there on some on the game before that too?
I think so, but it was very light and it was just around kind of the wrist and the thumb area.
So it's gotten a little bit more.
I couldn't tell quite as well from the broadcast tonight. It might have been a little bit more. It looked like he was kind of holding it under a wrap or a compress of some kind. But after he got that hit, he was, 18 points, 5 of 9 in the first quarter, and the rest of the way he only had 6 points on 2 of 10. So it could have just been a cold shooting night from there, but it felt like he was in store for one of those high scoring performances he's had in Utah. So hopefully the hand is okay.
I heard he was working on a new move where it's just kind of like the jab and go. So like he was getting his hands wrapped up so he could just
jab and
You're
go.
watching Creed 3 a little too much? Or?
That's on
wish.
an Espo and Gerald level. So who that is. That
Jab
one
step.
was.
jab
It's a real
step.
jab
there
step.
you go. That's a real jab step. There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh.
Just,
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Dancing out there.
you're laughing because you can envision it happening.
Are you guys concerned at all by this?
The jokes?
No.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
concerned by the jokes.
I'm
No.
always concerned by
Are
the
you
jokes.
concerned about Devin Booker at all?
No.
I don't think so. We'll see. We'll see what he has to say about it after the game. I'm sure Dwayne will probably ask him about it in Utah, but we'll see.
The hand's going to look really good when KD's there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Because I play Eeyore on this show, it would be kind of apropos this season
Here we
for
go.
Devin Booker to be out when KD comes back.
That would be
because
rough.
nothing seems to make sense this year.
That would be rough.
Yeah, that would not be amazing at all. I don't know. It's just, I know you could say it's just one of those games, but it's just, how often do we see Devin start like that and then just completely fizzle out?
Not very often.
Sometimes, though, when he goes to that bench in the second quarter and he comes back, sometimes that does
But not
kill
for
his
the
momentum.
whole remainder of the game. He scored, 6 points the rest of the game?
Yeah.
We've seen it happen before, and you know what? I'd have to go back and watch the tape, and then have one of these two guys explain it to me. But the defense for Utah definitely could have focused more on him after that hot start, which gave other guys opportunities and could have slowed him down a little bit too. So it could be a combination of multiple things that happen the rest of the way to slow him down. I'm not going to panic that it's an injury right away. I mean, we've seen Book go on heaters and then miss a bunch in subsequent quarters. Usually there's another quarter where he comes back and heats back up. We didn't get that tonight. So
Yeah.
Do you have sparkles in your glasses today?
I do.
Oh.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
fancy.
little
These are my other
So-
set of glasses, so I switched glasses today.
Oh, because they did transition earlier today. He
Yeah.
had a very Dahmer vibe about him earlier today. I was like, what's
Jesus.
going on with his glasses?
I was trying to send a message.
Oh
What,
my
you
God.
You gonna eat me?
You better mind your
Gonna murder the
P's and Q's,
competition.
Saul.
Jab step.
The odds are better today, so
Oh no. All right. Deandre Ayton also returned after missing 4 games. And good to see him back out there. He finished with 14 points. He had 8 rebounds, and he was 5 of 10. How'd you guys feel about the way DA played tonight?
It was decent first game back.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. Still getting back into the flow, but he still had a decent night. And I thought overall he was decent. I mean, that was it. He he didn't overly impress you and he didn't overly underwhelm you. He was good.
He was fine. I felt like there was stretches where the whole team was struggling with their decisiveness against that zone. The ball handlers weren't attacking or pulling up for jumpers with confidence, and DA in turn, when he was catching the ball in the short roll, there were a couple of opportunities where he needed to force the issue, attack the basket, go to the rim. But it wasn't a bad game for him by any means. Obviously shot 50%, 14 and 8 in 30 minutes. Like, you'll definitely take that first game back after missing a couple with a hip contusion. So he was fine.
So you're saying he was in midseason form with those not shooting from 6 feet and kicking it out at times?
I feel like he's good. He's been good at that in flashes. I would just like to see him put it together more consistently, and especially against a zone when the offense is not getting a lot going and he does catch the ball there. I would like to see him just one dribble pump fake or one dribble strong finish. He's capable of it. He just doesn't do it with regularity.
I'm going to be honest. When Utah took the lead, I thought we were headed for another blame DA night.
Same.
Just a blame DA night.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we didn't wind up there.
Me too.
I can't handle very many more of those nights. And it did just dawn on me, not to jump ahead too much here, but it did dawn on me that I feel like we're going to get a lot of those nights this offseason.
I don't
Regardless
even
of what happens in the playoffs, I still feel like we're going to get a lot of those, and I'm not mentally prepared for it. And it dawned on me today. But Mike B said DA covered my picks, but Paul needed to get 1 point. Darn. Could feel your pain, Mike B. I literally feel your pain.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So everybody, both of these two hit their bets tonight. I needed one single Chris Paul point.
That's brutal.
One Chris Paul point. And then we got a timeout at like what, 1:45 left?
Yeah.
37.
And Saul was like, I bet you Monty takes him out. And I was like, please don't do it, Monty. Please don't do it, Monty. I've never been more mad at Monty in my entire life for taking Chris Paul out.
I hit the button. I was like, it's time.
It's like the panic button.
Call it in.
Man, I was
It only
so
works
sad.
one way, to take guys out, not to put them in. So
I love how everybody, I won't say Gerald wasn't, because Gerald's Switzerland in this whole exercise. But you two.
Oh, I immediately, the minute Chris Paul left, I immediately turned to rooting against Espo.
Actively rooting for me to get screwed in the final minute.
Yes.
I did.
Well, guess what? I didn't.
By like the last possible margin.
Hey, Lois.
He'd straight up.
These get here.
He straight up turned into a Mario bro when it happened. He was
Oh,
like,
it was-
I'm gonna win.
Great. Oh my goodness gracious. But the really part about this is that now Saul's in the lead again.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think you took the lead.
Oh man.
By $20. And I'm so upset about this.
Oh.
So Saul's leading us at $286.63.
Damn.
I am now in second at $266.04. And Espo, you are back in the 200s at $224.50.
Oh, you're under 200, Espo, man. Well, guess who's back? I'm coming for you.
The sounds he's making.
No, okay. Let's just real quick. Hello, welcome back, by the way. We've missed you. But no, I didn't want the Suns to lose. I wanted Espo to lose. And his bet was a certain
210 to 220
margin
total
of points. Yeah.
And
So
it
I
hit.
wanted them
Guess
to
what?
score more points.
220. Boom. Hit.
Yeah.
BetMGM and I are best friends now. They come in and I break my 3-week streak of not hitting a bet.
Well,
3 weeks?
congratulations,
It
Espo.
felt like it.
Jay says, how the turntables.
How
How
the
the
turntables,
turntables.
indeed. Indeed. It's a sad day here at PHNX, but
Oh no.
you have so much like
Oh,
gold
no.
all over your shirt.
It's leaking.
But here's the thing: we have,
I'm flaking.
regardless if
Holy
I lost
shit.
my bet, we have all won because
God, it tastes so good.
BetMGM Sportsbook is officially a part of the family. We want to welcome them to the family
Welcome,
here at
guys.
PHNX. And if you guys haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use the bonus code PHNX and you will get up to $1,000 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. So here's how it works. You just download the BetMGM app and sign up again using that bonus code PHNX. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game, and you will receive up to $1,000 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure, again, you use that bonus code PHNX when you sign up. And to tip things off, to celebrate this brand new partnership, we're doing a massive watch party this upcoming Saturday at 2 p.m. at the BetMGM Sportsbook at State Farm Stadium. It is on the Great Lawn. Parking is super convenient. So come watch the last stages of college basketball play out. They're going to have really great food and beverage specials, giveaways, massive TVs to watch the game on. And plus, if you register and place your first bet with promo code PHNX, when you sign up, you'll receive a PHNX shirt.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
I did tell BetMGM, I said, hey, listen, you only get one ad read for the year because it's going to take us 459 days.
Listen, I'm glad that you poked fun of them because I was like, is it okay to poke fun of the new guys already? If you need help getting through that disclaimer, can I recommend some Four Peaks beer for you?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring a giant map of the United States for one of these shows, and we're going to try to point at each of the states as
Laser
they're
pointer.
Do you know where Kansas is?
Yes, I know where Kansas is, you jackass.
I feel like both of you either are about to be cut off from whatever it is you're drinking tonight, or you both need a beer to calm down. I can't figure out which one is the best option.
I'm about to cough every 5 seconds because the fumes from the fucking it's in my mouth. Like, I don't want it in my mouth.
Oh.
No way.
Damn.
You can't do that.
You are getting murdered behind the scenes right now for that.
Oh, man.
Hey, I knew what I was doing.
Unreal.
Oh boy. Well, speaking of Four Peaks, Four Peaks and the Cardinals, they go hand in hand. The Cardinals have a new coach, a new GM, and the third pick in the draft. And Four Peaks is the best place to take in the draft on April 27th. So if you would like to take part in this pivotal moment for the franchise, be sure to head on down to Four Peaks 8th Street Pub in Tempe. As a reminder, you do have to be 21 years or older to enjoy Four Peaks beer, and we ask that you enjoy responsibly.
I can't help it, Emma. I can hear Espo's nose whistling from over here.
Because I was laughing?
What's happening?
No, I called out Saul for breathing so fucking loud.
Oh my god.
If you
Why are audio? What do you mean, audio listeners? What's happening?
This is a post-game show.
No, I called out
This is a post-game show.
For what at this point?
I called out Saul for breathing so damn loud, and it wasn't Saul.
Was it Espo or was
Yeah,
it me?
it was us.
Well, it happens.
All right.
God bless.
Okay, so shall we hand out some flowers?
Let's hand out some
Everybody
flowers.
was asking.
Ahoy, hoy. Let's just
What the fuck is
Everybody
going on
wants us
here?
to give Bismack Biombo some flowers,
Let's
and we
do it.
will. But first, we need to find out who had the most flower power tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Who's wearing the crown, Emma?
The bench.
The bench. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. That was fantastic, Emma. I love this graphic. It's literally a picture of a bench with a flower crown on it.
Oh my god.
I'm a big fan of this one. The bench did the damn thing.
They
You
did.
guys, this is now 3 nights in a row.
It is.
Love to see it.
They've been killing it. Terrence Ross, TJ Warren getting buckets. Whether it's been busy or Jock Landale coming off the bench, manning that center spot. Campaign had another good night tonight. He was a candidate for our flower child of the game or whatever we're calling it.
Flowers.
And Ish Wainwright was good. I know people have been low on him because he went through a really rough shooting slump there, but 3 of 5 from 3 off the bench. He hit some timely ones. So all around, really great effort from the bench tonight.
Oh, am I supposed to talk? I'm over here holding my breath. Is that what we want? Yeah, no, a hell of a game by the bench.
You So mean to
We're a
each
bunch of
other.
assholes. It's all
I'm
right.
sorry. That was a dick move. I wasn't going to say it out loud. I'm
But
sorry.
then you did.
I'm sorry, Espo. I should not have said anything.
It's fine. What we were talking about, the bench.
The
Yeah,
bench.
They were great. Give them all
Good
the
job,
flowers.
bench.
Yeah, whatever the case may be.
Flower power? Is that what we're calling it?
Wait, I don't know. I just wanted to make a joke about flower power at least one time.
Gotcha.
But I got it out of my system, so we
fair.
can move on from that if you guys don't want to keep doing that.
We'll workshop some things.
Okay, but Bismack Biyombo was specifically singled out in the chat as them wanting us to give him some flowers. He did get in the game before Jock. I mean, he played the entire game, and Jock didn't see any minutes tonight, which in the pregame show, we were all saying that we had anticipated and felt like Monty should have gone with Jock just for continuity's sake, but we didn't know there was a potential that Bismack would get that nod just because of how he's played as of late. And then Gerald, of course, you brought up the matchup as well being a potential factor.
I think it might have just been a matchup thing because Damian Jones is a big, strong, athletic dude. So they might have wanted to counter that with what Busy brings to the table on that front. I am still kind of surprised. I thought with the way that Jock has been playing in spurts recently off the bench and the fact that Busy was starting with DA out, that you would stick with Jock in that second unit. But this could be a situation that's fluid going into the playoffs. It could be a situation where, depending on the matchup, you have Busy out there or you have Jock. And as much as you want to see the rotation get trimmed and Monty stick with one set rotation, I feel like he is gathering as much data as possible on all these lineups. And he's doing the exact thing that people were saying that they wanted him to do, which is be flexible, which is adapt based on matchup. So, we'll see what happens going forward. I still think he's playing one too many guys, but if it's all part of a process to figure out who you want and what they can give you, I'm okay with it.
I think you're overthinking it. I think if they brought Jock in, it would have violated the too many white big men on the court rule with Olynyk, Markkanen, and Kessler. You couldn't have a fourth out there.
Whoa.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
Three's
I mean,
okay.
it's Utah.
Before. No.
Oh,
We
man.
can't cross that line.
Man, the Vivid
Sir,
Smart Home
sit
Arena would
down,
have been
sir.
lit.
No.
Vivid would have been lit. They would have done that.
Oh, Vivid would have thrown a parade.
Oh, no.
God bless.
I'm pretty sure the churches would have all lit up.
Oh,
I
my
had-
God. You guys need to
It's
reel
almost
it
my head.
in.
I had
Y'all
a buddy.
are out of pocket
I had a
tonight.
buddy text me. He goes, "Is a why?" I don't know why I can't say it. Is Walker Kessler look like a Hoosier villain motherfucker or what? And I was like, I can't stop thinking about this.
So true.
God bless.
Oh my God, yes.
That's unreal.
Oh my
Get
God.
it together, you guys. Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
We did it. We actually broke Lindsay tonight. I love it.
You all
love it
right
when we
now
break
because I don't
Lindsay.
know where to go from here.
I know where
Except
to
for,
go.
I guess my question is how many OGs have you had tonight?
Oh, I wish I had one.
It feels like you all have had like 3.
Oh,
No,
And the
Nope.
fun OGs.
not yet.
Just high off Saul's beard.
Yeah,
still.
that's it. I
God
walked in here
bless.
and this wave of stank just lit up the whole crowd.
not a wave of stink.
Oh my
A wave of
goodness
steak.
gracious. Well,
That's actually the new flavor.
By
No.
Bookman.
the new flavor is actually strawberries and cream. And it is a happy balance gummy, which means it's got a 2-to-1 ratio of CBD and THC. And like I said, it's the happy balance. It's got the properties that'll make your mind feel good, your body feel good. You're just in a really good, happy state of mind. And that's exactly what you're looking for from your scratch-made edibles. And it's exactly what you get when you get OGs. And OGs is a fantastic partner of ours. Like I mentioned, they've got the Strawberry and Crease Happy Balance. They also have the Sleep Edition gummies. And those are in aquaberry, which is very tasty. And that Sleep Edition gummy, that's got a compound in it that helps with specifically falling and staying asleep. It also helps with rest and relaxation. So if you are in the market for some amazing Gummies, check out our friends over at OG's. You can find them at your local dispensary or by checking out ogsbrands.com. You must be 21 or older to enjoy, and we ask that you enjoy responsibly. Here's the deal. Gerald is getting prepared for his quad shot, but while he is doing that, let
take
me
a shot with you.
let me give him a little bit of let me
Solidarity.
pump him up a little bit because over at gophnx.com, Gerald writes amazing articles that all of you should be reading. If you are a diehard, you also get access to his diehard only newsletter. Gerald put out some really amazing content last week that if you haven't checked out, you absolutely should.
Thank you, sir.
And of course, he will have amazing content this week as well. In addition to that, if you become a diehard, you get access to Gerald's newsletter. You also get a shirt upon signing up. You get discounts on merch and discount on events. So check it all out. It's really awesome. Hesper, are you going to do one too?
No, I just don't know what smells stronger, Saul's beard or this.
It's this. It was
Wow.
Saul's beard,
Yeah.
and now
I
it's
mean,
this.
that's some good smell.
All right. Well, here we go, you
All right.
guys.
So the YouTube channel got to see me pour out 4 shots into this lovely Pollo Hermanos
That's literally
glass.
half a cup, Gerald.
It's a lot. Usually I do it out of like a custom made shot glass that's for that reason. So we're going to see how this goes out of a regular glass.
Cheers,
but
man.
cheers, everybody.
Oh, boy. Should we do like a chug, or do we just silently?
Lindsay, I'm not allergic to alcohol, but this is making me feel like I wish I was.
Damn, Gerald, that was fast as
Wow.
fuck.
Woo! Girth!
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, I will say this about Gerald.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
When Gerald is ready to throw down, he can throw down with the best of them.
Fuck me.
I believe this. You know
Who
what
wants to do a shot of Jameson?
You know what was my the funniest part of this is I was like, Gerald, you're definitely going to be drunk after this quad shot. And he's like, no, it'll be okay. I was like, fine, then you're definitely going to puke. And he's like, nah, it's good. I was like, when was the last time you did a quad shot? Wasn't it when you raised the money for charity? And he was like, no, I think I did it last year. I was like, okay, so this is just a party favor you pull out every once
Such
in
a
a
trend,
while.
yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
damn,
fuck.
Gerald.
It doesn't hit you until like 10 minutes in, and then it all hits you at once. So in about 10
Perfect.
minutes, you guys are probably going to have some fun.
I'm really excited for 10 minutes for us to be able to quiz you on
I feel
some
like
things.
a fire-breathing dragon right now.
Gerald's fiance, Amy, is in the chat and says he has to come home with me, ...
Oh, boy.
Yes, I do have a ride home for anyone wondering. My beautiful fiance is going to be
Yes.
picking me up after the show.
Oh my
We'll be
We
helping
planned
her.
this out. Responsible drinking.
We'll be helping her carry Gerald to the car.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Steven said that's how you know my boy went to ASU.
There we go. Go Devils.
Mentally, it's okay?
Liver training.
Mentally, I'm fine. That has nothing to do with the alcohol.
Oh my gosh, Gerald, I'm impressed. I'm absolutely impressed. All right, guys. What
How
else?
much to drink? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, a little too much.
I think I'm done making bets.
We need another 3,000
Maybe for
for
a few
charity.
days, you guys should probably take a break from your bet. Saul, is this like itching your nose?
No. Why?
I was just curious.
Because my nose is so big?
No, because you
Oh.
have stuff all over your face. I was just curious if it
I have
was
it all
itching
over
your
my
nose.
face?
I mean, like from here on down. Yeah.
I mean,
This
I
is
can't see
the
anything.
weirdest shot. I know I say this
I
once
just,
a
I'm
month.
leaking everywhere, apparently. So
Pause.
Come on now.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, we got a super chat from Frank. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate you. Said that shot will put some girth on your chest.
it's true.
Definitely
Mr.
will.
Kaminsky, always good to see you here.
What else would you guys like to talk about tonight's game? Because we rattled through all of my topics very quickly.
Do we really?
So what else stood out from you guys?
I
Gerald, do you
didn't-
feel good to be put on the spot after a quad
I know.
shot?
Well,
I don't have my laptop either. I'm lost.
I didn't feel like when they went down that it was that sense of panic or dread you felt in some of those other games. It just felt like, okay, they gave up a little bit of the lead. This is a run by Utah, but they got this, even without Booker scoring. And for 3 straight games after there's been immense questions about this bench, the bench has dominated opponents in the last 3 games. And that has to be extremely encouraging with KD coming back, because guess what? Your bench is going to get better. Torrey Craig's now going to be back on that bench, and the defense gets better. I hope it doesn't mess with the chemistry. I don't think it will, but I really think these last 3 games have gone a long way to make me feel a little bit more confident when you got to rely on those guys for 12 to 15 minutes come playoff time. I think we're we're in a much better position than we may have imagined 2 weeks ago.
I think. Sorry. Go ahead, Gerald.
You got gold specks in your throat?
That's tough. Yeah, I was going to say, I think tonight is kind of the blueprint of how a couple of playoff games might go in terms of the starters are struggling because they're playing a good team, they're playing a good defense, and the bench just comes in and kind of obliterates their competition in limited minutes. I think that is really encouraging because we've seen it for, I think, 3 of the last 4 games already where the bench just comes in. They got high-scoring guys. They've got options. Terrence Ross goes off. TJ Warren goes off. Campaign plays well. Like, that's enough to win you a playoff game sometimes if the starters' minutes are even. So, they're not going to carry the load. They're not going to play this many minutes like they did tonight. But it is encouraging to see them for the last week or so just come in there, have confidence, and look comfortable.
Do we want to talk about standings?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have a graphic for that or no? No, it's okay. I can update everybody if you want. Mm-hmm. So
we want the updated graphic. Yeah. No, I think. Go ahead.
So the Suns obviously stay in 4th place, a game ahead of the Clippers now. 2 games, or actually a game and a half ahead of the Warriors. 2 games ahead of the Timberwolves, and 2.5 games over the Pels. And then they're clear by 3 games over the Lakers and OKC. So they're sitting pretty. They're in a great position. And honestly, they win that game on Wednesday and move another game up on the Timberwolves. That pretty much, I think that solidifies them as not being in danger of the play-in, especially after KD comes back. So, yeah, good things at the right time. And that's what you're hoping for this team. You're hoping for good production at the right time. And that's exactly what they've done.
Well, and I think, too, the biggest thing is that, we did flip-flop 4 and 5 there. I think throughout the course of one whole day, we were in 4 and then 5 and then back to 4.
Yeah.
And now we did get a question in the chat if KD will be back on Wednesday. That's what the report says from Shams Charania. The Suns have not officially confirmed nor denied that report. We're checking to maybe see, hopefully they'll practice tomorrow and Gerald will be able to actually talk to them and get a little bit more information. But that's all up in the air right now as far as confirmation from the Phoenix Suns, and also if Gerald would even make it to practice tomorrow, because the amount of drinking that is going to be happening on the show, and that has already
answer this question real quick, okay?
We did.
I think I like the way the presentation is.
Gerald's out with liver soreness.
Oh, no.
Amy's got to drive him to practice tomorrow too, and then pick him up and drive him back. But listen, we did get a super chat from Brian, and Brian has been a long time viewer.
Yes.
And they said, yesterday was my 30th birthday. Can Espo take a shot?
Was it though?
Happy birthday,
Can
Brian.
Amy drive me home to East Base?
Happy
Gerald
birthday.
and
Happy
Espo are
birthday.
taking a shot in honor of your birthday. It's not another quad shot from Gerald, just one single shot for Gerald. So that puts him at 5.
I think I got some of Soul's beard.
No,
You did not.
Oh, no.
Tasty.
While that kind of settles in, I think after it's been like a couple minutes, maybe we could start quizzing Gerald.
Yeah,
so
let's
while
do it.
that one settles in, let me remind you guys, as the Suns are going to be coming back to town, that the best place to get your tickets is, of course, Game Time. And the best way to get your tickets is to wait till the last minute, because you can save up to 60% on tickets when you buy them last minute. When you buy through Game Time, and specifically the Game Time link that is in the description of this show, whether you're watching here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast, that Game Time link is in the description of this show. It's the best way to support us as well. So make sure you check that out when you are looking for tickets to sporting events or concerts, wherever you want to go. And again, procrastination is key when it comes to Game Time. You can save up to 60% over there. We did get a super chat from Joseph. Did you have something, Espo?
I was just to say, I prefer game time. Like a lot of times in the old day, you go out to like Jimmy on the corner there, and he's like, "I got 2 for you. What are you willing to give me for the 2?"
We in fucking Brooklyn all of a sudden?
Well, it's always that kind of guy out there, and I can say that I'm Italian.
You know the guy.
You're the guy. You're the guy who's on the corner. You go talk to Jimmy. He's got 2 for you. All right. and you never knew. It was like you were playing ticket Russian roulette, right? You didn't know if you're getting a fake ticket. You didn't know what you're getting. Game time, safe, secure, reliable, and 60% off. You're not getting screwed by Jimmy. All right,
this is facts. You're not getting screwed by Jimmy. All right, so we do have a super chat from Joseph, and they said, how are we feeling about Booker's wrist/finger injury? Joseph, we did talk about that earlier on in the show, but thank you for your question. And basically, we're all kind of okay for now.
Fine.
Saul and Gerald have like zero concerns. Espo, I think you said like maybe a subtle concern, just natural kind of like, you know, maybe out of 3 out of 10.
he does a shot of Tennessee honey and he's fine before the next game.
Yeah.
I mean.
It's definitely something we'll continue to monitor since he's had tape and wrap on it for a couple games now.
It's non-shooting hand. Who cares?
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on it, but
should be
so
okay.
far, no major panic whatsoever.
Tape that shit up. Let's go.
Until tomorrow when we hear he's day-to-day.
If they ice Booker the day Kevin Durant comes back,
I'll be sad.
This city might just blow up.
Honestly, and I think that would be justified.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not cool.
Like, stop playing with our emotions.
It's not that we would be panicking. It's just more of an emotional, like, reaction to the situation. Gerald, how you feeling?
I feel okay.
You're a little red in the cheeks, buddy.
No, I know it's hot in here.
You got a little flush?
Do I?
A little
I
color
think
to
Brittany
you
wants
now?
you to do another quad shot. It's her 40th on Thursday.
Oh, Brittany.
Yeah.
One for
Got it
every
in ya?
decade.
But Brittany, are you going to the game tomorrow? You're going to the game tomorrow, right? Or not tomorrow, I mean Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Today's Monday.
Yeah.
Today is Monday. I'm pretty sure. Happy early birthday, though, Brittany. I'm pretty sure she said she was getting to go to the game on Wednesday.
Oh, Emma. This is why Emma's our star
Emma brought
producer.
Gerald a fan. you
She
She brought me a
guys.
second
She
fan.
just doesn't
Awesome.
want you to throw up on set.
I
I won't
cannot
throw up,
wait.
I
I just
also would love that.
I can't.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
I can't wait for this fan to blow so all this gold glitter can just fly onto Lindsay.
Oh, I washed my hair today. I would be so upset.
That's some of that Arizona honey. We got Tennessee honey over here.
Yes, so Brittany is going to the game on Wednesday, which, I mean, that's solid because you might actually see Kevin Durant's home debut to celebrate your birthday. Like, that worked out really well.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Knock on wood, touch metal, whatever your thing
Hopefully.
is. Whatever your thing
Did
is.
you see the person in the chat earlier that said, this is as if Twin Peaks, the show Twin Peaks, started talking sports? And I was like, that is the greatest description of whatever the hell is going on here.
I've never seen Twin Peaks.
I don't think I have either,
It's
but this show is very
delicious.
chaotic, and I can only imagine if that's what if there's any correlation. I get it. I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah, the show is super chaotic.
Give the French guy a sobriety test.
I don't know
No.
how to test Gerald's soberness. How do we do this?
It's a good question.
Hold on. I did a couple of tests. Well, I not like tests, but I did some research because I was looking up questions like how to test your sobriety.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can do a mix of either math questions.
Ooh.
Yes.
It's pretty much like testing like your memory, your coherence, and your ability to like make decisions.
Okay.
So
Alright.
one of them was like, it's 3 a.m. You have something to tell your friend. What do you do?
I wait till morning.
Oh, he's not drunk enough.
No,
Ah, okay.
That's boring.
that's lame. I was hoping you would get drunk pretty quick.
The
Gerald.
correct
too.
answer is you text your ex.
What was the question?
He's drunk.
It's 3 a.m. You have something to tell your friend. What do you do?
Well, what I would ask myself, like, how important on a scale of 1 to 10 is this thing I need to tell my
No,
friend?
you wouldn't, because you'd be drunk.
You would be drunk, Lindsay.
That's the point.
Well, it's a trick question. I don't have any friends. What do I do?
This fucking guy.
Man.
Mr. Self-deprecation over here.
But what if I'm drunk and something serious happened and I got to get a hold of my friend?
Well, if
But
you're in
you're too drunk to
trouble, that's
find
one
out.
thing. But if you just have to tell your friend something, that
Oh,
shit
well,
can
then
wait.
you definitely need to wait.
important. I got to text her right now.
My God.
Give me my phone.
Is that your drunk voice?
That's-
Is that what happens?
That's
when you get
that's
too
my girl
drunk?
drunk voice.
I wish I had gotten to see Lindsay drunk just like one time.
I
feel like it would
know.
be
Oh
a
my
very
God.
entertaining.
I so want her to take an OGs on one of these shows.
Ah, sorry, guys.
Maybe after
Honestly, though,
maybe after a couple years.
I feel like you probably wouldn't have loved it. You might have been okay with it. I was a wanderer though. So I was one of those people who would just like
Oh.
disappear, and then you'd be like, where the F did Lindsay go? And then I would pop back up and I'd be like, hey guys, what's up? And then you'd be
But
angry
you would come
because you're
back,
like,
though.
where the fuck did you go?
You would come back though?
Sometimes,
No.
yeah.
Okay.
Were
no,
you
that's
a
not
woo
cool.
girl?
Huh?
When it's like
Were you
2
a
o'clock in the
woo
morning,
girl?
you're ready to
No.
go.
Not a
no.
woo girl.
And then you gotta find that person.
Yeah.
Like, where? the fuck is Lindsay at?
I know. And I know I'm mad at younger Lindsay for being a wanderer because that's not smart. But it was what it was.
Yeah.
But at least I knew that about myself so we could prepare. So my friend group, we always had one sober person. And she always knew, Lindsay wanders. I got to keep an eye on her.
We got to run her.
Exactly.
They just put you in one of those leashes like they have the kids. You know?
They should have.
Like the monkey backpack leash. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Air tags on their friends.
That's actually kind of smart.
So everyone has like a little carabiner with an air tag on one of their belt loops.
I'm
so you can
actually
just all find
not
your
mad
friends.
at that idea. That's hilarious, actually.
And plus air tags, when you ring it, it makes a sound. So like if
So
you're
you can find them.
or if you're
Chip
drunk,
our friends. Like,
Microchip.
we microchipped each other.
I
We know where we
mean,
are.
It's actually really smart when you think about it. I give all of you youngins, like the 21-year-olds these days, props for coming up with creative ways to do that.
Back in my day, you had to wander
boy.
around the casino shouting the person's name to find them.
Damn. Anytime you start a sentence with back in my day,
Yeah.
Back in my day.
you're going to get a Charles Barkley ass statement after that.
Hey, speaking of that,
Bunch
we
of
did have
sensitive
a couple
babies.
people in the chat ask if we had touched on the Charles Barkley KD beef, which we did in the pregame show. But I think it's fair to touch on it
Sure.
one more time
Let's
here
do
in the
it.
postgame show since we have a few additional viewers here.
Yeah.
So basically, Charles Barkley took another shot at KD, and KD responded, telling Charles that he just doesn't respect him anymore
Right.
because of the way he continues to speak about him. And I think the biggest thing for us is that, and probably Kevin Durant too, is Charles not really going after KD's game. He's going after KD the person
Yeah.
and his emotions and who he is in that way. And that's just kind of lame, to be honest.
It's very lame. Again, what I said earlier in the pregame show was it's cool once, twice, maybe 3 or 4 times. But like, I feel like Charles Barkley talks about KD all the time now. And that's what he gets asked the most now. And he just can't help but answer those questions.
Yeah.
And there's one thing saying like, I don't like what KD's doing. It's another thing to just attack him on multiple different levels for multiple different reasons. And I'm just not on board with it anymore. It's a kind of tired shtick now, and I'm not here for it.
That's where my question comes in, is how much is this Chuck bringing this up and how much is this just answering questions that he's asked? Because, and this is going to sound funny talking about journalistic integrity from the guy that did 5 shots on the postgame show, but like as a journalist, come up with better fucking questions, man. Stop going to the same well that we've seen him go to multiple times, and like maybe ask about, have you talked with Kevin Durant like directly about any of these things, or like have you reached out to him in any way? Like, because I feel like this same response is getting tired. We've heard it before. And like I said in the pregame show, I love Chuck the player. I love Chuck, even the TV entertainer. But as far as being an analyst and as far as being one of these role models that a lot of this younger generation looked up to, I don't care for him at all as a talking head. And it's unfortunate because he is entertaining. It just feels like he speaks off the cuff a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And all of it is aimed at KD's personality instead of his game, which for Kevin Durant, as we've talked about before, is all that's important to him.
Let's take KD out of the equation. Is at the base level, and I'm not trying to defend Charles, I'm just legit wondering this.
Yeah.
At the base level, is this generation so different than Charles's generation that it would make sense that they come off as kind of whiny or whatever to him? I mean, they played in a much tougher game. They didn't get, that generation was getting beat up on the court. Is there something to it from that base level? I think he's become a bit obsessed with Kevin Durant and talking about him in specific, but is there something at the base level of it?
I mean, Kevin Durant's what, 35?
Yeah.
35 years old. He grew up, he was 10 years old when that generation and the 90s were going on and stuff like that. So he knew what that generation was about. I mean, because he's been balling forever. I don't necessarily feel like it's such a gap. I just think KD talks and he tells you what he thinks, and he's not always on board with other people say, and he responded in that tweet to somebody else and saying like, yeah, it does bother him when the older generations or other players that are considered great players talk shit about him. And he's like, it means something for him because KD, whether you like him or not, KD is a basketball purist. He loves the game. He loves the hoop. So when Charles Barkley's coming after him talking about, oh, well, he didn't go about getting his championships the right way. Oh, he's never carried a team. Oh, he's a bus driver, blah, 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 blah. Like, that does not sit well. And I think after a certain point, cool. All right, you gave your opinion once or twice. I noted. Cool. But the fact that he has to continuously bring it up, that's my beef with it, is that he's cool to say it. Fine. We all have takes that we stand by, but the repetitiveness of this, that's what I think is just getting tired. And that's when you start to lose respect from not only people, but also this generation of people are going to look at Charles Barkley and be like, he's a clown for saying that, man, over and over and over again. We get it the first time. You don't have to keep beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, you go
Mike B also said fans never had access to players like they do now. Well, reporters, journalists, hosts, whatever, it was never as big as it is now either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was, you went to the newspaper or the 5 o'clock news. It wasn't 24/7 talk show, opinionated kind of material that you see now. So whoever was maybe ripping on Barkley, like Barkley is on KD, it was like every once in a while through a paper. It wasn't this type of a setting where you have millions and millions of eyeballs on it at any given time. It's just so much bigger now than it ever was, I think.
And journalists actually had more personal connections, better access back then. They used to fly in the team planes and stuff. So I don't think the criticism or flew on commercial with the team. I don't think the criticism back then was as pointed in most cases because they were so very close. Now you've got anybody that can throw criticism as well. It's a different generation. I mean, for sure.
And if you look at Charles himself, like he ring chased at the end. He was very thin-skinned as well, threw a bar window, did a bunch of shit that in today's world with Twitter, like he would get raked. Raked for half of the shit that he pulled. So like, don't act like there's just one negative because he's this old school guy and KD's just not built like that. Because if the roles were reversed, he'd be getting dragged more than KD right now.
Well, and this whole comparison of like generations and decades and all this stuff is kind of tired to me personally, because it's like, of course things evolve. What generation is like the generation that came before them in literally anything?
Well, and with technology, you can't compare it. There's just no way.
No.
Life was so different for those stars. I mean, especially think about the Dream Team, like, and how they were walking around the streets of Spain and stuff during that whole trip. Like nothing like that happens now. None of this stuff happens the way it did. And the whole comparing eras in general. I mean, you can't. The game's significantly different now. You can't compare eras and go, well, this guy's better than this guy. You fundamentally can't.
Right.
It doesn't work. So even the criticism from one generation to the next, it's holding on to a lot of baggage of their own crap, trying to project it on the next generation.
Right.
Two things from the chat. Jeremy said, imagine Chuck live streaming from the club on IG back in the day.
Oh, man.
Would be phenomenal content.
Thank you.
It would be out of control, but it would
Remember how
be
Paul
trending on
Pierce?
Twitter for a hot
Until
minute.
that guy through the window, you live streamed it on IG.
We literally have
That
to
was so funny.
Remember how Paul Pierce got fired from ESPN?
Yes.
I imagine Charles Barkley would have had some stuff like that.
That's what
going
I'm
on.
saying. It would have been like everybody who saw it on the internet, like, oh my God, and send it to somebody else. You have to see this.
Social media different, coverage different, like everything. Even just our understanding of basic like mental health is different, I feel like, because a lot of the stars now are very cognizant of the impact that searching their name on Twitter can have. So it is a generational thing, but it is sad because these are two of my favorite basketball players that I've ever gotten to watch. And you hate to see them beefing, especially because Charles Barkley's already a Suns legend. If Kevin Durant brings the Suns to where we think they're heading, where they want to go, he's going to establish himself immediately as a Suns legend.
Yeah.
And you would like to think that Chuck, instead of taking this approach where he's already setting himself up to tear down what KD does here, would be setting it up to encourage him, to lift him up. And that's just the unfortunate thing, is that's not really the nature of it sometimes.
There's no scenario where KD loses this, in my opinion.
This beef?
No.
If he wins a championship, there is no possible way that you could sit here and say, well, the Suns would have won it without you. There's no way.
Yeah.
Not this team.
No.
There's no way. They would struggle mightily to get to the second, third round. So if KD was the difference maker, led him to a championship alongside Devin Booker, not only do I think Devin Booker goes in Suns history as the greatest Sun of all time officially, because he's the only one to win a championship, but KD cements his legacy as a top 10, possibly even a top 5 player at that point, because he did something in a city that no one else could do it.
Yep.
And they've had multiple MVPs. They've had multiple runs at a championship 3 times, and all 3 times they couldn't get more than 2 wins each time. Like, man, shit, if he can only get 3 wins in a series, that would be a jump. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel the shots hitting, by the way.
Yes.
They fucking
All right. Well, I've got good news for you guys. Sade sent us a super chat. Thank you, Sade, and said Dwayne asked Book about his hand, and he said it's fine.
We also have the tweet for this, if we could bring that up. Question, saw you grab at the right hand. Is it good? Booker, yeah, it's fine. So Book always addresses this kind of stuff this way. He kind of just brushes it to the side. So we'll see once we get the injury report for Wednesday, which will probably be tomorrow afternoon, but we'll see.
Let's hop in the Wayback Machine. Dwayne asking
Chris Paul.
Deandre Ayton,
DA?
hey, DA, how's your hip? It's
Oh, it's
good. I'm
fine.
made of adamantium.
Yeah,
I'm going to
I'm-
play tomorrow.
Vibranium.
Adamantium, vibranium, it doesn't matter. Hard steel.
It's like, yeah, man, I'm made of vibranium.
Yeah.
So is my liver.
But thanks, Sade, for your super chat. Appreciate you. Emma, let's check in
going back
on a
in.
few more of those drunk questions and see what's going on with
let's go,
Gerald's
Emma.
brain.
Give us some drunk questions.
What you got this time, Emma?
Gerald,
Let's do some drunk questions.
do you want to take a shot first?
Yeah.
Do it, do
Yeah.
it, do it. That's number 6 for Gerald Bourget, who will not be at practice tomorrow because he'll be hungover.
I'll be all right.
All right,
And our
Gerald.
next show, an intervention for Gerald Bourget.
Oh no. Oh no.
Gerald's
kidding,
liver
just kidding.
brought to you by.
Okay, so this is
We
going
got
to be a
this
math
all planned
question,
out
okay?
already.
What?
It's a math question.
All right, math question.
So we got 56 plus 42 minus 7 plus 17.
108.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Nicely done.
I
Yeah.
hate you, Gerald.
There we go.
Nicely done.
Are we that surprised? I mean,
No, but I was hoping that at least like 5 shots in with the 6 on top, it'd be a little bit more of a struggle.
no.
Give us another
This
one.
is
Like,
Gerald.
damn, Gerald.
He just wants to eat his bangers and mash, all right?
I'm just here to eat my bangers and mash.
All the questions I'm looking at, I can't ask knowing that Amy's in the chat.
That's fair.
That's also probably a really good way to gauge if you should ask a question or not, to pretend that they're in the chat.
Nobody seems to
It's
care
not
about
original.
when my wife is in the
No,
chat.
that's why I said to pretend that they're in the chat. I'm talking like in general.
Okay,
That should
so-
probably be a good gauge of where the line is.
Yeah.
Gerald, so now we're going to test, we're going to test your ability to kind of just, are you going to be truthful or are you going to
Okay.
lie? Are you able to tell us your deepest and darkest secrets? Are you going to open up, pretty much?
Okay.
What's the most embarrassing song from your favorite band? Most, like guilty pleasure song.
Oh, my guilty pleasure song?
Yeah, one that you're like low-key embarrassed to play in front of anybody else.
You know what's funny? My high school and college friends, if they see this, they'll make fun of me. But it's definitely "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus.
Your
And
your
Shut the
worst
fuck
friends
up,
are going to
please
make
sing
fun
it.
of you,
I
too.
Gerald is
hated
a
that
woo
song.
girl.
You have to
Hated
sing
that
it.
Miley
Oh,
Cyrus.
so much, but now when it comes on, I'm like, oh, this has happy memories attached to it, you know? Like,
Can you
think
spit a
about
verse for us?
when did you have a time when "Party in the USA" came on and you weren't happy?
I don't even know what that song is.
It's a party in the USA.
I'm so glad they had that cover in unison too.
Yeah, it's awful.
What it sounds like.
Oh, it's a great song, Miley Cyrus.
What are your guys'?
Yeah.
I'm not drunk, so why am I going to
An
open up to
embarrassing
you?
song?
You
I
talk
don't know
about
that
Taylor
I'm
Swift all the
embarrassed
time,
by
and
a
they
There's
said
song.
that's
nothing
gonna stop
embarrassing
you.
about that.
So say what it is. What's your most
What's
embarrassing
your guilty
song?
pleasure
I
music?
mean-
It's raining men.
Okay, mine would probably be like a
No.
throwback song. Do you guys remember Sammy? I Like It. Do you remember that song?
I like
Oh
it.
Sing
my God. He's like, I like the way you look at me.
Nope.
I like the time we spend, baby.
No, but I kind of want you to keep singing.
Oh my God. It's one of my favorite road trip songs. That and like Spice Girls, when you throw it way back,
Oh, okay.
when you were like kids,
There you
those
go.
songs, and then you belt them out at the top of your lungs.
Yep.
Love that.
I was
My
in high
favorite.
school when Spice Girls was
Well,
out.
Okay, I think I'm most interested to hear Saul's guilty
Yeah,
pleasure
same.
song, though.
Mine's Juice by Lizzo.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Lizzo,
Yo.
Lizzo's legit.
I
I
like
go
that.
fucking hard in the car on
I
that
like
song.
that.
I mean, I have it right here,
Oh, man.
but you know, because I gotta hear the song to get into it.
That's
so
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I do. Sorry.
Emma, what's yours?
Go ahead.
Why'd you gasp like
I was
that?
gonna say Cisco the thong song. Amazing. Absolutely. 100%. Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
I
That's-
You can't-
That's
you
not
can't
a
say-
guilty pleasure.
No.
That's just good music.
But you can't lie that if that song ever came on, you'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's cool for like the first like hook, but then I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm done with it.
Yeah, but that intro, you know exactly what that
Yeah,
intro
you
sounds
do.
like.
But that's one of those songs you switch up like mid-song to
Oh
another.
yeah,
you like
for
to
sure. You
transition
can't listen to the whole
can't
thing.
do that.
Now I will say this: I do get down on some new kids on the block.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Really? New
yeah.
kids.
Oh yeah.
What's your
100%.
favorite?
All right.
Did
new
you go to
kids?
the when they did the like tour?
I sure
did
the
you
fuck
do it?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and the wifey. We
Hell
went to
yeah.
go see them in Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper.
They're
Yeah.
kind of sticking on their moves a little bit. They were a little,
Oh, no.
little stiff.
Well, yeah, you
But
just don't.
yeah.
You can't move that way when you get a little
Yeah.
older.
Like, please don't go, girl. Oh shit, yeah. Let's go. Please don't go, girl. Hell yeah.
X in the chat
Oh.
said Backstreet Boys. I want it that way.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Do you hit the moves though?
You are.
Do you bust out the Backstreet Boy
my
NSYNC like
Tell me why.
whatever?
desire.
Gerald's drunk.
Yeah. We feeling good now, fam.
I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't.
Who is drunk here?
All three of you.
We're doing it for
I
you.
never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Look at
Gerald,
that.
I'm disappointed you didn't
Come on,
join
man.
in.
I'm sorry.
We're supposed to be a chorus right here.
I'm sorry.
We're supposed to be a team.
I dropped
a
the ball.
team.
I dropped the ball.
Gerald,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
disgusting brothers.
Brothers.
Emma, I cut you off. What's yours? Emma, what was yours?
Okay, so About Damn Time by Lizzo.
Okay.
Fucking banger.
Okay.
And then I also have a whole playlist like dedicated to guilty pleasures.
You have a whole
You have a
playlist?
guilty pleasures playlist?
What's at the top
Yeah.
of it?
Oh,
Give me some.
snap. You gotta
At
share
the
that.
top, so the first one we got Heart Attack, Demi Lovato.
Okay.
I could see Demi
Next we
Lovato.
got Banana Pancakes, Jack Johnson.
Okay.
Making banana.
How is that a guilty
pancakes.
pleasure?
But I feel like
Isn't
you're
that like a
naming very
universally
popular
liked
artists.
song?
Yeah.
Like, what's an artist that you listen to that you like don't want us to know that you listen to?
Careless Whisperer. Fuck yeah.
Like, I'll
Let's
say
go.
mine, like Josh Groban.
Oh, by
Fucking
Wham?
love Josh
How is
Groban.
Josh Groban a guilty pleasure?
I don't know. I feel like you tell the kids you
I
listen to
feel like
Josh
you guys need to
Groban.
sing the songs because I can't. I'm not good with names.
I don't know.
And
Josh
titles.
Groban?
Yeah. You
He's
gotta
like
sing the
an
song.
he's like an opera-ish singer kind of.
Careless
I
Whisperer
think
goes hard.
one artist like genuine guilty pleasure. I can get the fuck down to Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber does. I agree. I'm mad that I like some of his
Right.
songs, but some of
So-
his songs are.
Some
really
of them
bad.
are fucking bangers,
Right.
and wow.
So Careless Whisper is, I'm never gonna dance again.
Oh.
Guilty feet have got no
Okay.
rhythm. That's a great song though.
It is.
It was in Deadpool.
I'm just thinking. All I can think about is throwback songs from
Okay.
like middle school and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But
Okay.
some of those are fun.
Was it Private Eyes? Private Eyes. They're watching you.
Oh my God.
They see your every move.
This one I have not
Yeah,
heard.
I haven't heard this
I don't know
one.
what this
By
one
Hall
is.
and Oates?
It's incredible
Yeah.
there are
No,
still
not
people
that
in this
one.
chat right now.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
400 people still
Promiscuous
watching.
by
I
Nelly
can't
Furtado,
believe
yes.
that you
Oh,
guys
that's a
are
great
here,
song.
but thank you. We
Great music
appreciate
video.
you
Team
very much.
Selena.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Team Selena, 100%.
Oh my
Are
God.
you for real?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Oh.
100%.
Julian said if you
Still
get in
hurts.
front of my car
No,
when
no, no.
AC/DC Thunderstruck comes
Wait.
on, I will run you over.
Wait, hold on. Team Selena,
Are
like
you
Selena
talking about OG
Gomez?
Selena?
Yeah.
Or
I
Team
love
Selena
Selena
Gomez?
No.
I'm pretty sure, Jay, you need to tell me which one
Oh,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
because
Which
Selena.
Yeah, he's
Right
talking
now
about-
there's beef, but right now there's beef going on between Selena and Hailey Bieber,
Right.
and you're picking teams.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Team
Then
Selena
Team
means
Selena.
something different.
I think
right
I'm still
now.
Team Selena
I
either
think
way.
it's
Selena.
Bitty Bitty Bum
But
Bum.
Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb is
100%.
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
Selena team I
Bitty-
want to be
But
part of.
I need to know now if you're talking about like the current beef or you're talking about
Right. We need clarification in the
yeah.
chat.
Wham, motherfuckers. Wham. Yes.
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 Michael McDonald from Mark. Tashi says, Danger Zone.
Oh, yes. Kenny Loggins. Let's go.
Wait, sing it.
I went to
to
the
the danger
danger
zone.
zone.
Okay, yes.
Where are my Archer fans
That's
at?
what we should call. That's what we should call this
Lana.
kind of a segment.
Lana.
Is the danger zone.
Dude, we
Lana.
need a sounder that's like a warning to let people know
Yes.
that we have turned the corner
Yes.
of just into chaos.
We have entered the danger zone.
Into chaos. Oh, Hello said the beef is done between Selena and
It is.
Okay, but
what's
the
her
beef.
face because they liked each other's instas.
Oh, the beef isn't really done though. Haley literally reached out to Selena and was like, "Your fans are bullying me," and so Selena put out a story, and Haley liked that story. Fucking who cares? And then Haley rebutted and posted a story thanking Selena.
I think
Who
Emma
cares?
likes the drama.
So
the
you're
beef is
saying
done?
she got mad because she was bullied for being a bully?
Haley got bullied.
For being a bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, like Selena's fans are kind of like Taylor Swift fans. They're kind of scary.
They're crazy.
Yeah, they're kind of diehards.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
you should
if
bully
you,
people on the internet.
well, no fucking shit, Lindsay.
Emma, do
Oh, good one. Come on.
That exchange didn't go the way you thought it would.
plane. Land the
Caesar,
plane.
low key,
about to have-
Nickelback has some bangers.
Okay.
Okay.
Nickelback
Alright.
never had a banger.
So-
I will tell you
No.
though, if you play a Nickelback
Alright.
song, I guarantee you I can sing at least half of it.
No.
Okay.
Give me
I
a
can.
song.
Alright.
Give it to us.
Rockstar.
No,
Sing it.
you have to sing it.
Look
Oh.
at this photograph.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Come on.
I think that
Come
broke
on.
Lindsay.
Come on.
No, I'm pretty sure I need the actual song on. I'll try.
Come on. We got to get Lindsay to sing a song before we end the
I
show.
did sing a song. I sung Sammy and it was really bad.
No.
There was
come on.
enough embarrassment for one show.
What?
How
No,
about
you were not getting
Elizabeth?
copyrighted off of our voices. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Have you
Theme
heard us?
song from Arthur.
Listen, we were right. Emma and I were right. Jay said Selena Gomez, LOL, living with teenagers is
Yeah,
all
don't
I hear.
change the subject. I want to sing. I want her to sing.
Uh-huh.
Let's get a song for us all to sing before we end this
Well,
show.
let's sing a song.
A
What are we
song for Saul
singing?
to sing.
I don't know that I know that one.
What's
I
another
said-
song? What's another
I said there's a
Nickelback
good
song?
chance that I know half of it.
YMCA.
No. What's another Nickelback
What's another
song?
Nickelback song?
Nickelback.
Let me
That's
see.
it.
Let me look it up. Hold on.
That's the one.
Which
Photograph.
one?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I really am.
this is how
You remind me.
Why y'all
of
quiet?
what I really am.
Sound like me to say sorry.
She's like covering her mouth away from the
Sorry.
Return
Oh,
of the
God.
Mac. Here I am. Yep, that's a good one.
Return
All right, before we say
Unbelievable.
goodbye, we do have a couple of super chats.
Oh yeah. Oh
Let's
yeah.
see.
man,
Fiend,
yeah.
Fiend Kicks said Return of the Mac, the best song for every occasion.
It's a great song.
True.
It's true.
That
Great
song
song.
is a song that will put me in a good mood no matter how angry I'm feeling. And especially there was that one guy who went viral like 6 years ago for dancing in different locations. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have that video saved to my phone. And if I'm really upset or mad, I will watch it and immediately have a smile on my face.
Noted.
Immediately.
No. Good to know.
Let me write
Middle
that
of a
one
fury.
down.
I'm like,
We're just gonna play that every time she walks into the office.
Well, then you
like,
will ruin it.
That's her
You will
walking.
kill it if you play it every single
Okay.
day. And then Leo, thank you for your super chat. Said Gerald sing win for your fans.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
win.
yeah.
That's what it is. Everybody join in.
All right.
Okay, count us down, Gerald. This is how we're going to say goodbye. Just FYI.
Okay,
Well, there's another super. Wait,
we have another super chat.
Oh, we have one more?
Yeah,
Oh,
we have
sorry.
one more.
Oh, Devin. Thank you, Devin. My bad. Newest member, one of the newest members of our diehard family. Sorry, Devin.
Yes, thank you, Devin.
Gerald got that vibranium liver.
He does. He
Yeah.
does.
Gerald,
Yeah,
you do.
I do.
Okay.
I'm a little disappointed that Gerald's not more drunk, to be
I mean,
honest.
I did 6 shots.
Yeah.
Do we have background music? Okay.
Win. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
PHNX though, Lindsey, Gerald, Espo. Saw past the ball, we here to turn up the tempo. Got to understand me, I'll always rep the family. Rally in the valley like Dan G, no plan B. Always on the job, my team move like the mob, turn the beat on.